Samantha didn't know is that in 2009, she was taking training. In 2010, she opened Lifeworks. 2010, God dropped a vision in my heart of a revolving door. And it was just people coming in, getting filled up and going out. People coming in, getting filled up and going out. Guess what Lifeworks is? It's a revolving door. That's what it is. I told you we served 600 women. That means I got to hug. I got to love on at least 600 women this past year. How awesome of God. So thank you, Samantha. So the other thing that I want to share with you tonight is about our jail ministry. And I'm glad to see Peggy here tonight. Peggy also does jail ministry. And we'd love to have fellow people that go there because she knows this is her heart too. But we began to, like I said, we took our training in May and we went headlong. There were 8 women at Lifeworks that wanted to go in the jail. 8 women. When Samantha said she paved the way, that was her vision. She wanted a whole team of women to go in the jail. So we've watched Samantha's, the things that God gave her, and she paved the way, and now they're coming to fruition. God is putting them in place. And so the women in the detention center, from September to April, I just done a little bit of number crunching just to share with y'all. And we have ministered to 186 unduplicated women in Hayward County Jail since September. Some of those women are sitting in this place tonight, and so it's working. They're coming in and out the doors now. They're getting familiar. They know about Lifeworks. And what I love about the way when Samantha set that up, for those of you that don't know a lot about Lifeworks is a choice. We don't twist anybody's arm. We don't say you have to be here. It's a choice. And so when she went to the jail and began to set things up, she set it up the same way. And so those ladies have to choose to come to Lifeworks in the jail. And they have to come, they're coming to the library. So we go in on Wednesday morning and they say, Lifeworks is here. And we had so many women coming that they cut us back. We had 15 women coming at a time. They were afraid it's going to cause trouble. We've never had trouble because they're choosing to come and hear what God has for them. And so they cut us back to 6 women. There was such an animosity in the cells because everybody wants to come to Lifeworks. So we divided it up. So we have 2 classes, 1-hour classes every week. And we went this past week, and the ladies are saying, y'all are going to have to do something. We got women in here getting upset. They can't come to Lifeworks, and they're getting upset. So we're going to see what God's doing. But He is really working in that jail because they're coming. And so with that team, the wonderful thing about that is that these women are really getting to know these women that are going in the jail. They're beginning to bond with them. They want to come. And let me tell you something. This is not an easy choice for these ladies because you know what? They have to come handcuffed now. Is it fun to be in handcuffs? For those of us that's been in them? It's not fun. They have to come in handcuffs, but they're still choosing to come, and they're fighting over who's going to come. So we're teaching them some dealing with difficult people and conflict resolution and some of those things that they can use in there. Teaching them how to handle those things. So at this time, I would like for Marta Morrison and Lybrand to come. They are our leaders in the jail ministry, and I just want them to share a little bit with you of what they're doing, how things are looking and going, and they actually also have some women they're going to mention tonight.
Good evening. It's so wonderful that y'all came out to support Lifeworks and the graduates tonight. It's such a blessing. My name is Lybrand. This is my partner in crime, Marta Morrison. We're the primary team that goes into Lifeworks, goes into the jail on Wednesdays here in Haywood County. We have other ladies that I want to introduce that are also part of the jail ministry team. If you please stand when I introduce you. I don't think Robin's here, is she? Janice Rowe. She's one of our gals that goes in. Amy Swanberg. Maria Thomas. She's another that goes in. And of course, we have Betty Sherrill, and she's not here tonight. She's ill. And Ricky Lynn. The beauty of the jail ministry and the gift we receive going into the jail is we get to share the Lord Jesus Christ every single week, and we get blessed as a result of it, which is so wonderful. It comes around and we get blessed. We feel that blessing every week when we visit. After we're finished and we're gathering our belongings, Marta and I look at each other and we just smile. We know we've been in the presence of the Holy Spirit. It's just the feeling in the room. Another great blessing is that benefits us is having our sheriff who facilitates everyone at the jail, the detention center, and he is a Christian. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right?
Amen.
It's an amazing gift in itself that we have as the leader, the sheriff, have him as a Christian. Marta and I share a connection with these girls every week that we go in. They have a desire to come in, as Ricky Lynn was telling you, and there's, like she said, there's issues with only so many slots and more girls, and that's a testimony in itself, but we're praying about it and we want to rectify it. We want all the girls to be able to come in that want to come in. I mean, it's an amazing thing that they want to do that. Many of these women, they've not had solid, godly role models as they're growing up, and then they're thrust out into the world trying to fend for themselves. It can be a tough world, I mean, for anyone out there, especially when you haven't been raised in a home with love and support. And people make comments all the time about the inmates. They should just get it together, clean up their act, and try to get rid of the stuff in their life. But most of them have been raised in homes without this love and support, and they've not been raised with the knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ and to know who their Creator is. I was raised a Catholic, and in my home we did believe in God. But my dad was an alcoholic all through my early years of growing up. And our home was just really dysfunctional as a result of it. The way I learned problem solving was through drugs and alcohol. My God didn't create me to be a drug addict and an alcoholic. He didn't create the ladies in the jail to be drug addicts and alcoholics. We were created with a purpose, to be daughters of the King. When we share with these ladies in the jail, that's the message that we want them to hear. They are daughters of the King. All the ladies who volunteer at Lifeworks, whatever capacity they serve, desire to come alongside these ladies and nurture and love them. It's a fabulous team of women. We have all had shaky pasts and understand the struggles and the hurdles that are needed to be overcome. Many of us have been blessed in our early years with godly role models who support and teach us about God's love. Joe Arrington, he's in the back there. He's a member of our board of directors at Lifeworks. And his wife, Wilma Jo, is right there in the blue back there. And they were such individuals that were there for me when I got started in the jail ministry down in Key West. I'm eternally grateful to those two. They have no idea the impact that they've made in my life. And I know that there's nothing that happens by accident, and that us meeting, it was truly meant to be by God's hand. I'm so grateful for Lifeworks and the difference we make to these women in our lives. Marta and I, we just feel this, we just love going in, we love sharing with these ladies. We have programs for these ladies that they can change their lives. It's a wonderful organization led by an amazing, amazing woman, Ricky Lynn. And Ricky's had her own challenges. She's had a lot of struggles in her life, and she's come out on the other side. And she walks obediently with God to make a difference in the lives of everybody she meets. Thank you, Ricky Lynn. Just an honor to serve with you, I must say. So I'm going to just mention, just in closing before Marta steps up, in this past year, the ladies, we have 6 ladies that have put in a number of hours in the jail ministry. These are inmates that have come in and taken part in our classes. We have Kimberly Palmer, who is now she's no longer in the detention center. She's been taken elsewhere. She had 13 hours. We have Destiny Garner, 10 hours. Nicola Whitman, she's in there presently. She has 13 hours. If we could give her 50, she'd take it. Stephanie Schroeder, 13 hours. Lauren Young, 13 hours. Heather Campbell, 9 hours. These ladies, if everyone would be in prayer for us to be able to open up more hours, I checked to see if we could possibly go in another day, and there's nothing open. So it's our prayer that we could possibly just get a few more women. Like Ricky Lynn said, we're only allowed to have 6 at a time, and there's 20 some, and there's probably 20 that want to come in. So that's a prayer request that we have for everyone, that we could, that would happen for us, so that none of the ladies would be turned away. So thank you so much. And now Marta's going to share a few words.
So this has been a really cool journey for me with these women, the women that I'm working with in Lifeworks, and then when I go into the jail, it's just amazing. About a year ago, Ricky Lynn texted me on a group text, and I was in one of many. The sheriff is having an orientation to do jail ministry, if anybody was interested. And I kind of got that text, it was kind of short, and I just thought, I thought about it for a moment. And I remember when Samantha had done that when I was a mentor back at Lifeworks. And I thought, do I want to do this jail thing? Could I do it? So I went ahead and attended the orientation. There were a lot of people there. And the sheriff was just terrific. He explained all the different things about the ministry and what to expect, what not to expect. And then we had to give our social security numbers so that we could get a background check and have clearance. So we did that night. And then I had to wait a couple weeks to get my little identification card when I passed to get into the jail. So I went out a few weeks later and got my little identification card, and then I thought, okay, what happens now? And so I met this lovely woman, and she's had all these years of experience at the jail down in Florida, Key West. And so she kind of took me under her wing, and there we go. And I just said to my husband, well, we'll just see how it goes. Let's see, see if I can do this. If I'm what they need, and, I know they need Jesus, but can I be the one to deliver the words? And so I said to Bobby, let's give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. So I did, and I met Maria. We went in, and she had a little something prepared. And we spoke with some gals. We went into the library, and quite a few. I think it was like 9 or 10 in the beginning. They didn't limit because of that time. Yeah. And so we just, week after week, we started doing it, and it was just a wonderful thing. And then they decided to say, well, you can only have 6 at a time. And there were a few times that we only had 3, but then the numbers were kind of low at the jail anyway. But it's been a year now, and we are full up. Like they said, we're only allowed to have 6 at a time, and we get to have one group from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and bring them back to their cell, and then we grab another group of volunteers to come out, and they come into the library, and we have our time together. And we are hoping that, since there are no other slots available, that we'll be able to increase that number of ladies that we'll be able to see at one time. But just, the women are so wonderful. They're so enthusiastic. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I wasn't expecting that. They want to know about Jesus. They want to know what Lifeworks has to offer. They're eager to know about these things. And we've developed really close relationships with many of them, not just the 6 that you mentioned, but many of the ladies. And they were excited the other day, a couple months ago, they got baptized. The sheriff got a huge baptismal pool, and all these women got baptized. It was just an amazing thing. So we talked about that, and some of the topics that we discussed, and I'll just kind of name a few here, are women in the Bible. We talked about Ruth. We talked about Esther, Rahab. Remember how Rahab switched sides? And the roles that they played in history and how that relates to the women today. I'm good. Where's my mascara? We did the other day the taming of the tongue, which was a really cool lesson. It was a topic that we did. And you could just imagine the taming of the tongue. My goodness. So the jumping off point there was the scripture that we read together in James 3. And that usually sparked a whole lot of discussion with the ladies. And we were actually able to bring it over from one week. We didn't finish the whole discussion to the following week. And you can just imagine, you know, when you talk about taming the tongue, that can be just about so many things. And that sparked a lot of discussion, as I said, and we include gossip in there as well. Another topic that seems to be really of interest to the ladies, and interestingly enough, the Bible study that I do on Tuesday nights, at BSF Bible study, is a topic of forgiveness. And, you know, these ladies at the jail really need that, but we all need it, and that's a real current topic that we all need to discuss. So, you know, we always talk about that forgiveness starts with the choice to forgive. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness and healing usually takes time. And let them know that God gives us the power to forgive. And forgiveness may not always lead to a close relationship with a person. But God forgives us of our sins. As far as the east is from the west. You know, I cry because these women are just so precious to me. And they sit there with their wrists together, and they listen to us. And it's been a journey in this past year. Like you said, there's some regulars that come in, but then there's shifts where ladies come in the jail and go out of the jail. But the ones that come to see us, they are regulars, and we have developed such a love for them, haven't we? So the secret for changing your life is not willpower. It's God giving you the will and the power through the Holy Spirit to do what needs to be done. Amen. Amen. And I want to say thank you to our husbands, my husband Bobby and Maria's husband David. They've been tremendous supports. Right? tremendous supports to us.
Oh, this one here. This husband here, he got the last 4 years of my alcoholism, and I mean, he should have walked away.
Yeah.
My brother says when he gets to heaven, there's going to be a heaven waiting for him,
Amen.
and I do believe it.
And my husband's been walking on this journey with me for the last year, and he's been very, very encouraging. And he always wants to know, how did it go today? What did you talk about? You know, what are you going to talk about? And he knows that I don't get up early in the morning, too. I'm a 10 o'clock in the morning kind of gal, has to have my coffee. And going to the jail in the morning means that I've got to set the alarm for 6:45, 6:45, to be there on time.
It's tough.
Because what we do is we meet at Lifeworks together, and Ricky Lynn gets there a little early to meet with us. And we pray, we have copies made of whatever we're going to be discussing for our topics that day. And it's really great that Ricky Lynn gives us that time of prayer together. And then we go on to the jail and go on in, and it's just been a wonderful journey. I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Thank you so much.
Why
us right where we're at. He loves us. He loves us when we got all those dirty things on that we all carried up here. He loves us. If he did, there wouldn't be any hope for any of us. Amen? Thank you, Jesus. So that was a little bit out of their comfort zone, but y'all tell.